Okay guys, welcome back. Well, we'll just go on a little bit more with that weight shift. With the driver, really important with the driver. Because old JH is not a bomber with the driver, because I'm usually a bit of a control freak. I try and hit it dead straight, but if I want to let out some shaft, I let it out by having a bigger pivot. Not by trying to hit it harder, just having a bigger pivot. Well, a bigger weight shift. Just a bigger weight shift, guys. That's pretty nice. And I could do a lot more than that. That was quite nice too. Okay, we'll see if I can go back to it. You might flat miss this, but let's give it a go. That's what the practice tee's for. We'll leave all our miss hits here. Wow. Now guys, I kid you not, no exaggeration, which JH can be a little prone to. That's 30 in the air longer. 30. And I mean 30. I mean, that's crazy. If you can get 5 or 6 in the air longer, but that's 30. I know, because it was still rising when it went over the marker out there. Just fantastic. And that feels like this. That feels like this. That's what I want to feel. Like that. I remember that great old English player, Ted Ray. He had a famous saying. He said, how do you swing the club? He said, I just haul back and hit it. Well guys, that's a haul back. That's a haul back. Just haul it back and hammer it. I mean, that's just sensational. A lot of confidence there, and it's scary. Because I almost think I'm over that fence there behind me. And for all intents and purposes, it probably just looks like a normal golf swing. Not a huge amount of shift. And that is indicative of how much we don't shift when we swing the golf club. You've got to be uninhibited, guys. You've got to just let it happen. I mean, I'd love to get here. Man, how could I hit it? I could really thump it from there. That'd be hammer time for old JH. I just lack the confidence to do that at the moment. It's extraordinary how straight they get. Okay, I'm straight anyway, but for the amount of effort I'm putting into those, it's silly how straight it is. And I feel like I'm going to fall over on the backside. Wow. Guys, I remember I watched Curtis Strange out here in the early 90s. He came out here for the Palm Meadows Cup. And he just won the US Open or something around about that time. And this was Curtis, because he was a Jimmy Ballard student, or protege. And this was Curtis. That's how Curtis swung the golf club. And everybody said he had a big sway to the right. He didn't. He just took all his mass and put it over his right vertical axis. That's all he did. Guys, that goes. See what it's like with a hybrid. Up this wet, muddy ground. We've had a lot of rain here. The ground just doesn't dry out. Okay. Wow, look at this guy. That's motoring. That is motoring. And it's hard for me to be sort of unabashed on these shots, because in my brain I always like to hit my fairway shots or really straight, and very hard for me to let go. But I let go, then I really didn't care where it went. And just as I came into the ball, there's a whole bunch of horses out here, and they've just come across to this, just out here in front of me, and just as I was coming down the ball, they both walked only 30 yards in front of me here. They've obviously never seen me swing before. They wouldn't have done that. Okay guys, big rolling pivot. Really nice. Very nice. I feel like I've got forever to hit the golf ball. Forever. Good thing about that, guys, I hit that a little fat, but you wouldn't know it in the ball flight. That's interesting. The ground is so muddy. Okay, big move into that right side, Jay. Okay, one more, but really give it some. Get back there so far, brink of disaster, and give it a hit. Like that. Wow. Wow. That's really nice. Really hard off this boggy ground, but that was a super hit, that one. No wind here today, guys. Amazing. Okay, last one, and we're going to really get into that right side. Foot slipped on the ground. I gotta tell you guys, I don't like these spikes when the ground's wet. Well, they're not spikes, they're just rubber knobs. As I started down there, terrible. That's a great one to finish on. Okay, that wasn't too bad considering trying something quite different today. We only hit a couple of miss hits. I still went towards the target.